We have been able to predict it successfully to some extent. We have been arranging for the party for weeks. We have been assigned the 2 large classrooms. We have been at peace for decades. We have been beaten in some games which we should have won hands down. We have been blessed until today. We have been bombarded with letters of complaint. We have been bosom friend for many years. We have been burning fossil fuels for 100 years. We have been business associates for some time. We have been busy since yesterday. We have been came to an explanation with each other. We have been camping out for a week. We have been collaborating with our European branches on the project. We have been collecting material for this dictionary. We have been conducting a survey on the dietary habits of university graduates. We have been constantly told so by our teacher. We have been curtailed of our expenses. We have been cut off from the base. We have been dealt a paradox of theory versus praxis. We have been defending our client to the hilt in court. We have been deluged with applications for the job. We have been determined to make commitments to take initiatives in changing the world for the better. We have been discussing scrapping the project entirely. We have been discussing the diamond trade. We have been dismayed at the pusillanimous and unfocused approach of our government. We have been doing business with the company for 10 years. We have been doing it online these days. We have been doing these things for a long time. We have been doing without electricity for 6 hours now. We have been doing without electricity for 6 hours. We have been downtrodden for so long. We have been driven by an ineluctable logic through the following stages of argument. We have been eating rice for more than 5,000 years. We have been edging closer to the small lumber village. We have been engaged in this business for generations. We have been entrusted with the operation and management of all the 6 effluent treatment facilities affiliated with Seoul Metropolitan Government's Arisu Center. 6. We have been exceedingly obtuse in not discovering it long ago. We have been fascinated by the idea of wearing invisibility cloaks like Harry Potter. We have been fighting about this for so long. We have been flirting with the idea of investing in real estate. We have been forced to increase our prices, owing to the rise in raw material costs. We have been forced to increase our production facilities, owing to a significant increase in demand. We have been forced to lower our prices, owing to increasing competition from Chinese companies. We have been forced to penetrate into your country. We have been forced to shut down our business, owing to the severe downturn in our economy. We have been frantically trying to save her life. We have been friends for 20 years, through thick and thin. We have been friends for 5 years. We have been friends for 10 years. We have been friends way too long for you to ever be considered a burden. We have been given 2 weeks to correct these problems. 2. We have been going out for a year. We have been good friends both in joy and in sorrow. We have been gradually bled for 12 years. We have been great friends both in joy and sorrow. We have been guided in the main by. We have been having a good relationship as friends. We have been hearing this since many years. We have been hindered by our lack of preparation, but I'm sure we will give a good account of ourselves. We have been humbled, even embarrassed. We have been hunting for a good investment. We have been immensely amiss in doing so. We have been implacably opposed to the bill all along. We have been in arrears with the rent for 3 months. We have been in correspondence for months. We have been in this hot room for a long time. We have been informed that the suspect intends to flee. We have been inundated with offers of help. We have been leaving breadcrumbs. We have been left to pick up the pieces, and we are fighting back. We have been like 2 peas in a pod. We have been living beyond our means for years, living in a fool's paradise. We have been living in Seoul since 1980. We have been living together for 5 years, and we're still dithering over whether to marry. We have been looking all over for you. We have been looking at the mess that occurred last summer. We have been looking forward to your visit. We have been lucky so far. We have been married for 14 years. We have been married these 5 years. We have been meddling in their affairs for 100 years or more. We have been missing you a lot. We have been monitoring the enemy's radio broadcasts to try to find out their plans. We have been notified that we have been obliged to abrogate hosts of treaties by force of circumstance. We have been out of touch with each other ever since we left college. We have been over this again and again and again. We have been patient long enough. We have been paying through the nose for our vehicles for decades. We have been put in considerable difficulty. We have been putting that notice up on our Facebook page. We have been reactive, not proactive. We have been reading so much about the man lately. We have been reconciled with each other. We have been reporting this for years, since September 11th. We have been running on fumes for at least 30 years. We have been seeing each other for 3 weeks now. We have been silent long enough. We have been stuck with this interminable epic ever since. We have been succeeding against some very difficult odds. We have been taken by surprise. We have been talking about it for a long time, too long. We have been taught to forgive. We have been there and done that. We have been there, done that, never again. We have been thinking deeply about the issue. We have been thrilled with her progress so far. We have been through a lot together. We have been through a lot. We have been through thick and thin. We have been to Boston before. We have been to Paris, haven't we? We have been to 3 parks already. We have been traveling under a cloud. We have been treated with such kindness by everybody. We have been trying to live together, but it's not so easy. We have been trying to shed our excess stock. We have been unable to acquiesce to his wishes. We have been up all night. We have been using both systems, side by side, for 2 years. We have been very appreciative of their support. We have been very surprised by the huge influx of people. We have been vexed by the inconsistent decisions of the High Court. We have been waiting for you for 2 hours. We have been wary of moving towards such a debate. We have been without rain for a long time. We have been without rain the whole spring long. We have been working hard today. Let's take 5. We have been working in tandem.